In this video, I'm going to show you 3 hidden esoteric manifestation processes for creating your dream reality that you most likely never heard of before. These are things I use in my own life, and if you apply them in your life, I think it'll dramatically change your life. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron, and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you those hidden esoteric ways to go about manifestation. Some of them I've been applying in my life indirectly for a while, and a few of them are completely new to me, but yet I'm finding a lot of benefit in them. So I figured I would just make this video and condense them all into one. Now, first off, one of the things that absolutely blew my mind when I went through my spiritual awakening is knowing this so deep within myself, the things I was learning about reality, the things I was reading about, the things I was researching, and wondering why wasn't and isn't this taught at any level in school? Why isn't it offered as some form of curriculum? Why am I finding this out through absolute chance in a way? I went through certain things and then went through that spiritual awakening. Why am I learning about it this way and not something that I was ever had access to that information? Well, what I eventually learned is that there are different people that do know about some of this information. Of course, yes, it's out there in some ways. Obviously, we have like the movie The Secret and other movies that are in the mainstream, like What the Bleep Do We Know, and like documentaries showing quantum physics. However, what they are is they're not necessarily well known within the collective consciousness. You may just find yourself stumble upon it. However, there are people that do know about this kind of information. Some people call it the back government, some people call it, there's many different names for it. However, I will say that there are organizations that know about these manifestation techniques, or they practice them in some ritualistic type way. However, it's about understanding that we can do that with ourselves. We can, in a way, hack our own energy, and we can use it for good. That's the major difference between how some people think and how other people think. Some people may use it to control and manipulate, when you can actually use it for yourself to tap into energies within yourself that really allow things to manifest in a very quick way. Now, understand that manifestation really is a natural byproduct for the way reality works. So when we're talking about esoteric manifestation, we're talking about ways of understanding our consciousness, how we think, feel, and act, and how to optimize that to then experience a new reflection in life. Now, the reason I say, and I always emphasize, that we're already manifesting is because it makes the manifestation process much easier. You don't have to learn how to do anything that you're not already doing. What you want to learn to do is how to more easily get that which you want instead of that which you don't want. So for example, if you're creating a lack of money, you are manifesting lack of money because there's some type of belief there that holds an abundance of money from coming into your life. But realize as well, there's always abundance. If you're getting abundance of money, then great. If you're getting abundance of lack, then you're still getting an abundance. You get an abundance of whatever you focus on. So when we talk about manifestation, understand first off, it's a very easy, natural byproduct for the way reality works. And when we understand that, we then realize that it's easier for us to create what we want in our life. Now, the esoteric parts that I want to share with you are things that I've either seen other people do and then I decided to use myself, or they're things that I've read about that I know people as well that use it in their own life. And now, newly, I've been applying this in my life. Now, the first esoteric manifestation process has to do with something called archetypes. Archetypes. Now, if you've ever heard of an archetype in a way is a manifestation of the collective unconsciousness or the collective consciousness. Now, an archetype might be a certain type of personality construct. Think of an archetype like the fool, the king, the warrior, the joker, the queen, there's many different archetypes. And these, you could also just look at the tarot. The tarot is something that you'll see many different archetypes with. And when you're looking at archetypes, understand that we have a collective consciousness that we're all connected to. So when it comes to archetypes, these archetypes live within us. And as we give ourselves more permission to exude some of the characteristics of these archetypes, or find that our vibration then begins to change. And remember, your reality is a direct reflection of your vibration. Now let me share with you how someone I know used this. My friend, his name's Austin, he used this idea of archetypes to create himself to be more confident. Here's exactly how he did it. He noticed, this is a couple years ago, he noticed that Conor McGregor, if any of you guys know Conor McGregor, now there's archetypes that have been around for thousands of years, and then there's people in our collective that also exude a certain energy. When you focus on anything, you begin to take on some of that energy. So that is something to remember. Whatever you focus on activates within you. So what he did is he paid attention to that of Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is a UFC fighter. He was the one that fought Mayweather in the boxing match. And he's somebody that walks very confidently. He has a certain way that he carries himself. He also uses the law of attraction, by the way, and he claims that the reason for his success was using the law of attraction, which I find really cool. And he's somebody that you would consider to be like the staple person of confidence. So what Austin decided is he said, hey, I want to be more confident. So what he did is he imagined that of Conor McGregor, and he in a way imagined channeling Conor McGregor's energy. He mirrored the energy of Conor McGregor. He would practice walking like him. He would practice how he would think. He practiced moving like him. He thought like him. How would he think? And through doing that, he also, I think, did some breath exercises as well. He said that within a short time of doing this, his whole entire body language changed. He said he started to carry himself different. He said that even as he was working out and doing different at the gym, his back started to change. And he feels like his back changed because Conor McGregor is known for having a very wide back. He said his back started to develop a similar type structure. He said he felt like he carried himself, even his muscles and his body started to form differently because he was channeling Conor McGregor's energy. Now, you see, Conor McGregor, the energy of Conor McGregor exists within everyone. We're all reflections of each other. So what Austin did is he tapped into the energy within himself and began to channel Conor McGregor. It's hard to say very fast. He began to channel Conor McGregor's energy, and then he started to take on the characteristics. Now, understand, whatever you focus on, you bring on the vibration of it. So that's why it's important to also focus and have people that you may want to be like, that you focus on, instead of maybe people that exude negative characteristics or brings within you like more of the primal desires, or you want to just pay attention to where you put your energy. Now, a way that you can hack this by understanding archetypes. Now, do you see yourself, let me ask you this, there's certain archetypes maybe already active within you. You know, our identity creates our reality. If you view yourself as a victim, then you may, since you view yourself as that, and since you're embodying that archetype within yourself, you may then experience more and more of a reflection of your life of being the victim. But you see, if you let go of that archetype, and you start to maybe look into being more of a warrior, or more of a king, or more of just somebody that, a magician, for example, able to create magic in your life, then you'll find that your life begins to change in a very powerful way. Now, something I have as well that will help with that, it's just kind of came to my mind, something called whatsmyvibration.com. What it will do is it will calibrate your vibration, show you your vibration in the form of an archetype, and then you will know how to get to the next level of consciousness. I will give you 2 meditations when you go through that process. It's whatsmyvibration.com. And you get 2 meditations to help you get to the next level, plus I'll send you emails as to how to get to the next level, the next archetype. So that's something that's interested in to you. You can see in the top of the description box below, whatsmyvibration.com, and you can take, it's a short survey that calibrates your thought processes. And I've had a lot of people go through it. They say it's really cool and it's really accurate. So check it out, let me know what you think. Maybe comment back below which of the archetypes you got for the calibration vibration. And yeah, I just wanted to share that as well. So when we're thinking about this though, be aware of the activation within you, of which archetypes are already within you, and then simply decide to let them go and then to be in the vibration you prefer. Maybe hack by looking at different archetypes and deciding which ones you want to be more like, and then exude, give yourself permission to exude that energy. I do this by reading certain people's books that I want to be more like. I may be like, okay, I want to go into this phase of my life of doing live events. Who are some people that do amazing live events? Well, Tony Robbins. I may read his book and get into his thought process and realize that as I'm reading his book, I'm literally taking on part of his vibration. I'm bringing and activating that within myself. So you see, that's what we can begin to become aware of, is where are you focused, because wherever you're focused, you're bringing that energy within you, and then simply decide and have a goal or an image of somebody. That's also why I think that if you look to the ancient, like the yogis, you know how a lot of people in the Eastern philosophy or Eastern like religious type way of being, what they'll do is they'll meditate with like a picture of some enlightened guru. Well, when they look into the eyes of that guru, even though it's in a picture, it activates within them that same divine energy. It's a representation of the divine, which also exists within us. So, see, archetypes are a very powerful way to hack our own reality. Now, the second esoteric way to go about manifestation is something that I want to share that's called a sigil, S-I-G-I-L, sigil. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it is something that I've applied a little bit before, but now I'm starting to apply more. A sigil is when you get into a meditative state. What you can do, this is an ancient way of going about manifestation. It's been around for a long time. It's something I think that was used more in Egyptian times, I believe. But what you do is you focus on what you want to create, this state within yourself. Maybe it's a certain type of vision that you have, you doing your passion full time, whatever it is, connected to your heart. And what you do is you imagine whatever that is, that vision for what you want to create. And what you do is you then focus on it, and then you have an image that represents whatever that is. So for example, and you can make that image as well. It can be like sacred geometry or something, but the idea is every time you see this image, it subconsciously is activating with you a certain state. It's also kind of like an anchor. An anchor is when you do something with your body, like before I make these videos, I go, welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron. Anytime I go like this, it anchors me into a flow state. That's why I do, when I first started making videos, I knew about the anchor thing, so I started to do it. And now it's like, I can go in the middle of the grocery store and go like this, and I'll start to feel like that energy of like the flow state, so it's kind of cool. But in the same way, imagine you have an image, a visual image, and in it, imagine you wanted to create a relationship in your life. So, the perfect relationship, TPR. Now imagine you got T, and then you had P, and then you had R, all in one symbol, and it was like some like esoteric looking thing. And imagine that it doesn't really matter exactly what it looks like. The idea though is that it represents to you some type of frequency. And you then believe and you just know that the more you stare at this, you meditate, and you get to a very present state and you meditate on this image, is the more you're going to bring that vibration into your life. So this is a very powerful process, and what you can do is you can begin to imagine the ideal reality. I really recommend you also connect it to your heart, and what you do is you imagine yourself in that state, you get to that peak state, and then you stare at this image. You simply allow yourself to soak in that image, soak in that vibration, and then doing that every single day for 5 or 10 minutes, especially with the belief that it works. Believing, and you can read other people that have used this process and start to build that belief. But is it actually true that this thing works for programming your subconscious mind? Well, your beliefs create your reality. If you believe that it will work for you, then it will work for you. What is a belief? It's a thought you keep thinking. It's something that's repetitiously wired in. A belief is something that we use so that we don't have to think so much. It's something that's on autopilot. And if you focus on that, you simply know it works and you let it go, then it can work for you. So a sigil is a powerful way, a image of something that you focus on that then allows you to get to a certain state, which you allow yourself to get that state. And every time you see it, it'll just kind of like anchor you back into that vibration. Now, I recommend you do that for like 5 or 10 minutes a day. Have some symbol that you make, focus on it, believe, simply know that it works, and then use it and see how it works for you. So that's something that will work very well when you apply it as well. Now, here is something else that I wanted to share. One of the most powerful processes you will ever use for manifestation, indirectly, this isn't going to look at the surface like it's going to absolutely transform your life, but I promise you it will, is learning to meditate. It's learning to observe your thoughts. Now this is why. There's this state of being that you get to when you start to neutralize the past conditioning, when you begin to neutralize resistance, and when you become no thing, no thing, not Aaron Doughty making YouTube videos, not the person that works a 9-to-5 job, not the person that's going to the gym. When you become no thing, you can then become anything. You become free. So meditation is about getting to this place. And Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this too. Talks about stepping into the unknown, which is where magic can be created. You see, but what we can begin to do is get to that no thing type meditation. And when we get to that level of meditation, when we get to that state of presence, when we're so present inside of our body, it's actually, ironically enough, you think, oh, to become nothing, I have to leave my body or something. No, you become more in your body. You become more present. But what you can then begin to do is by being present, by becoming no thing, by detaching from any labels, you become free. I used to have a vision, or I used to have a self-image that said, I have ADHD, I have too much energy. And because of that, I took Adderall, the prescription drug for it. And then eventually I learned meditation. And from learning meditation, I became aware that I thought I had ADHD. I believed in that reality so much. I let go of that label. And as I let go of that label, I then redefined myself. I said, I just need to meditate every day. I just need to ground myself in nature. And I have grass right here in this backyard, and I walk on it before I go to bed at night, and it grounds me. And I redefined myself. I became no thing. I wasn't that of the ADHD. I changed and let go of it. Letting go of these labels. Letting go of believing you can only make 100K a year, 50K a year, 20K a year. Letting go of that, you can then start to become anything. So meditation, simply observe your thoughts. And as you observe your thoughts every day, you'll find that your life will begin to change in a very powerful way. So get to that state of presence, become no thing, and then you can become anything. Let me know what you thought of this video, because I have more esoteric manifestation techniques. If you want me to share more esoteric manifestation techniques, can you smash that like button? And that'll let me know, hey, make some more like this. I'll come back to this video once it's live, and I'll see if how many people, if it was something that people really liked, and if there's enough, I will make a part 2, which will be 3 more esoteric type manifestation techniques you can apply. So the thing I recommend you do is imagine the best possible version of you, and imagine how you think, feel, and act, and simply decide that's who you are now. It's one of the biggest manifestation processes I've ever found. And it has to do with identity shifting, just deciding that's who you are, giving yourself permission to be that version of you. That's what I did to become a full-time YouTuber. That's what I did to live the lifestyle I live right now. That's what I did to let go of believing I had ADHD. It's what I did to really be in a high vibration. It's just realizing that version of you already exists. Mirror the behaviors, the habits, the books that versions of you is reading, all of it, and you will begin to get that reality. So with that being said, once again, if you want to calibrate your vibration and find out which archetype is your resonance at this point and how to get to the next level, whatsmyvibration.com. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace, much love, and namaste.